Hello students, a very good morning to one and all. Welcome to the next lecture of online theory class series of subject Novel Drug Delivery System. I am Mrs. Aarti Majumdar, Associate Professor from the Department of Pharmaceutics, Smriti College of Pharmaceutical Education, Indore. Dear students, in continuation of our discussion over various methods of preparation of liposomes, so far we have discussed about mechanical dispersion technique and solvent evaporation or solvent dispersion technique of passive loading of drug into liposomes. Now in today's session we will discuss about detergent depletion method or detergent removal method for the passive loading of drug in the formulation of liposome, and we will also study about active or remote loading technique used for the formulation of liposomes. Now starting with the detergent removal techniques or detergent depletion techniques. In these methods, phospholipids are brought into intimate contact with aqueous phase with the help of detergent. In this, phospholipids are brought about into contact with aqueous phase with the help of detergent. These detergent molecules, they associate with the phospholipid molecules and serves to screen the hydrophobic part, that is hydrophobic tail of phospholipid molecule. Such structures which are formed by the association of detergent molecules, these structures, they are called as micelles. Let us recall about what is CMC. As the concentration of detergent added dissolved in the water, it is increased gradually. A certain point comes when these detergent molecules, they start forming aggregate, a micellar formation, they start orienting in the spherical micellar form. So at the concentration lower than this CMC, this concentration is called as critical micellar concentration. The concentration lower than CMC, these detergent molecules, they remain entirely in free state in the bulk solution. And once the CMC is achieved, and after achieving CMC, more concentration, if the more detergent is added to the water, then number of micelle formation increase, whereas the concentration of detergent in the bulk, which is in free form, it remains entirely, essentially, it remains same. So the micellar structure which are formed by the association of detergent with other components, such as in this case phospholipids are used, such type of structure, they are called as mixed micelle. So in detergent depletion technique, first step is the formation of mixed micelle. Mixed micelles are formed in which this inner layer is phospholipids. This inner layer comprises of, inner leaflet is comprising of phospholipid monolayer, which is stabilized by the outer surfactant or detergent molecule, by the layer of detergent molecule. So this type of mixed micelles are formed in detergent depletion technique. The shape and size of detergent will depend upon concentration and nature of detergent as well as the lipid which are added in association. Okay, now after the formation of these mixed micelles, initially these mixed micelles are formed, and which upon removal of detergent from these mixed micelles, when detergent are removed by using various techniques, it results into transition of these mixed micelles to form phospholipid bilayer concentric vesicle, which are called as liposomes. Now these detergent, they can be removed by various techniques, for example dialysis, column chromatography, or detergent adsorption. Detergent can also be removed by adsorption using bio beads. In contrast to phospholipids, vesicles are formed. So the detergents such as various here one point has to be kept in mind, that such detergents which have higher CMC value. Higher CMC value means that more concentration, a high concentration of detergent will remain in bulk, in aqueous medium, in free form. So the detergent such as bile salts, sodium chlorate or sodium deoxychlorate, these molecules, they have high CMC values. So it is possible to remove these types of detergent from the bulk. It can be separated from bulk with the help of dialysis. For example, when a mixture of phospholipid, egg phosphatidylcholine, egg PC or egg lecithin, when the mixture of this phosphatidylcholine is mixed with sodium chlorate in the molar ratio of 2:1, and then this mixture is further dilated, dialysis is done to this mixture, then this results in the formation of liposome or concentric bilayer phospholipid vesicle of diameter about approximately 100 nanometer. Now, column chromatography. Detergent can also be filtered off or removed from the mixture with the help of column chromatography. Here, Cephadix column, G25 column can be used for the separation of detergents from the mixture. These Cephadix G25 column, the dispersion is made to pass over this column, G25 Cephadix column, which is pre-saturated with constituted lipids, and it is pre-hydrated with the buffers. Now, there are biobeads, they have property to absorb non-ionic surfactant. For example, Triton X20. This type of detergent, they can be separated from with the help of absorption onto the surface of biobeads. These biobeads preferentially absorb only detergent while retaining vesicles, phospholipid vesicles, thus resulting in the formation of large unilaminar vesicles. Now let's discuss about active or remote loading techniques used for the formulation of liposomes. In contrast to passive loading techniques in which drug is loaded into the liposome during the process of liposome formulation. In these active or remote loading techniques, drug molecules are loaded into pre-formulated liposomes using pH gradient or potential difference across the liposomal membrane. This pH gradient, this can be obtained by either using ammonium sulfate for the loading of amphipathic weak bases or by using calcium acetate for the loading of amphipathic weak acids. Now, let's understand the mechanism how drug is loaded into the preformed liposome. First, liposome, to create a pH gradient, the liposomes, they are prepared by using low pH solution so that it results in the creation of low pH interiors of this liposome. This internal environment, aqueous interior of liposome, it is at lower pH. It is thus created by formulating these liposome in a low pH solution. Now, the base which has to be loaded, basic drugs which has to be loaded into the liposome, they are added in extra liposomal medium. Basic drugs that contain amino groups, they are preferentially hydrophobic at higher pH as compared to the and they are in proteolytic form in the lower pH. So, in this way, when the liposome having low pH in the aqueous environment, liposome having low internal pH, when basic solute are added, so initially they are not having any charge. Solute, it doesn't bear any charge at neutral pH. this, they are lipophilic. They are lipophilic and they can easily diffuse through this phospholipid bilayer membrane. Now, these neutral solute which are not having any charge on their surfaces, they can easily pass through this phospholipid bilayer membrane of liposome by diffusion. Upon reaching into the interior of the liposome, because there is low pH is maintained in the inside of the liposome, these solute molecule, they become protonated, they acquire charge, which result in the lower concentration of unprotonated or neutral molecule inside this liposome, because as the molecules are reaching inside the liposome, they are protonated, they are acquiring a positive charge. Thus, the concentration of unprotonated drug inside this liposome inside this liposome, it is always low at the lower side, thus creating a concentration gradient which allows more solute molecule from the outside to diffuse to the inside of the liposome. Upon reaching in the liposome, as these solute molecule, they acquire a positive charge and thus they are unable to diffuse outside. So in this way, solute can be loaded. Active loading of solute can be done to these liposomes. Once the drug is getting inside to the liposome interior, it is unable, because they are charged and it is unable for them to go outside, to diffuse outside. So in this way, this active loading is done. There are certain advantages of this active loading as compared to the various passive loading technique, such as high encapsulation efficiency. More drug can be encapsulated in this way with the use of the help of active loading techniques, and then reduce leakage of encapsulated drug, because drug is unable to diffuse outside. So this also results in the reduced leakage of encapsulated drug and thus enhances the stability and reducing the safety hazard, because drug is not exposed while preparation of liposome. It is loaded into the preformed liposome. So in this way, it reduces the safety hazards related to drug. Then flexibility of use of constitute lipid. So students, this is all about the various methods which are used for the preparation of liposomes. This is all about what are passive techniques, passive loading techniques and active loading techniques. Now in our next session, we will discuss about various characterization parameters of liposomes. Thank you.